are one, we are many, in a welcoming place. In the deeds we accomplish, we find our grace. In one world, connected by nature so vast, we now plant these blessings, may they ever last. We now plant these blessings, may they ever last. We are one, we are many, may peace be our guide, as we offer each goal, with love by our side, with the dreams of the children and the fruits of the past. We now plant these blessings, may they ever last. We now plant these blessings, may they ever last.
Today we are looking in the daily life of a solidaire in the 18th century, in the time of the American Revolution. And we're looking on the side of a German or a Hessian. They worked and fight with the British against the American and the freedom of this country. And we go together step by step through the whole day. The main fight was not on the battlefield against the enemy. The main fight was the daily survival. And this is what I want to do today. I want to eat like a solidaire in the 18th century, a German, a Hessian, and how he start the day, what he do in the day, step by step. And now it's morning, it is very early. And yeah, for this reason, solidaire get his daily ration. This is what is inside this. We want to look later in this. And then I will cook my meal out of this, what the solidaire get on these days. And I do something inside. It is not a daily ration. A solidaire have normally buy this, and this was not every time available. And this is coffee. In the morning, it's cold outside, and they're starting a fire. Maybe they're sitting together, and not with a military uniform. You see, I wear a vest. They're wearing a vest too, maybe the other hat, but the uniform was more for the service, if there was a guard in this moment, something like this. But in the camp they are wearing a little bit less of this uniform style. And yes, also I don't have one now. I will sew them in the next month, that I have a German uniform for other videos. And for this reason I start the fire in the morning. It was normal, start the fire, and over this fire we will roast this coffee. It was quite normal to have green coffee. Green coffee can store a long time, much longer than roasted coffee. Roasted coffee need to be used in the first 6 weeks. After this it start to losing aroma. And to roast coffee, it's very close to the same method we use today, just with heat. A frying pan, I have this pan here, and I don't use any oil or something else. I just put in the green beans to roast the coffee. And then it's important to have heat and stir and move them the whole time, that they don't burn on the pan. After a time you see that the shell will be spring up the beans. It's just normal, and the wind will blow them away. But at the same time you see it start to be changing the color. It start to be brown. Some of them are very dark now. It's really important to keep them moving the whole time, that they don't burning. It's also a game with the heat. I sometimes put them a little bit away from the heat and just move them and then put them again. But the whole time I try to not forgot to move that I don't get it burned. If it burnt, you will taste it. It don't taste so good, like roasted coffee beans. But also, it need to be not too fast. I hear an explanation. It should be roasted in a time around 10 to 5 minutes. If you're too fast, they will be roasted inside of the coffee beans. And if it's too long, they're going also bad. I forgot what then happened. A good time is between 10 and 15 minutes. And with the time it starts to be oily, like here this one. And this is how you know it is finished. For me, this is enough, but there is another trick to find out it is ready. And this trick is very, very easy. Just take one bean, not the brightest, not the darkest, but you think you can like it. This one, there's a little bit of oil, and then just eat it. Not too strong, a little bit sour, but this is the type of the beans. And with this hot, we can work on. The next step is to take the coffee and let it cool down. And I think the best way is to put it in something what is out of wood, like this. And now it can cool down. The coffee is cooling down, and in this time, before I go to my job, my work, I need to make something. I need to have more charcoal to start the fire. I see this is very empty, and I don't have enough for 2 more fires. But also I have a fire, and this is an old kitchen line through. It has got moldy. I don't know why it just happened. And back then you reuse everything. For this reason, I cut the small quarters out of this kitchen line clothes. These are really linen. Bother not to work to sew them. But if I don't reuse it, it need to go in the trash. And for this reason, I use this today. And it was very common to use old clothes or fabric, everything what is available to make a new charcoal. And to make the charcoal is very easy. I need this box. It was not daily to do, it was just to do when the charcoal gets empty, and fill this metal box with this new quarters of cloth. Then the box needs to be closed. You see there is a little hole in the top, and out of this hole they can get all of this gas what is inside this clothes when it is in the burning process. And what it happened in the box, it turned the clothes to pre-burnt or pre-cold, but not completely burnt clothes. And for this, the closed box just need to be stand for 15 minutes in a hot part of the fire. And in the time the coffee beans cooling down, I put this pot with water just filled like this line here on the fire, that we have cooking water for our coffee. Now the working part to recover this life of a 18th century solitaire, they have to do everything what they get commanded. Just cutting down some trees, build something, or go on the war. And for me, I eat the same amount what the people eat back then to get the feeling. But for this, I need to have a hard work day too. Yeah, sometimes they go marching. And I decided to clean up this garden. It's also a lot of work, maybe with modern tools. But this is what I do today on this day to get this feeling of a working solitaire. I just started to work in this garden, only this part you see. I will do this the whole day at the time if I cooking on the fire and clean up the whole garden. This is just, I think, 10% of the garden what you see. And yeah, I will do this step by step today. The water is near to cooking and we need to have our coffee. And how the solitaires grounded the coffee was different. Sometimes they just put the coffee beans in the cup and they beat them with the back side of this knife and small them in the cup. Or if they are lucky, they have this meal. This is a typical meal of the 18th century, and they will grind the coffee with this meal. I put the fresh grinded coffee in the cup, and now we need the cooking water, and it is very hot here, and I put some water in this cup too. And now it can stand a little bit, and it's possible you can also turn it. Cooking over fire is every time challenging, and for the solitaires it was challenging to put everything together, the work, the cooking of the food and everything else. And what they have is very less equipment, just a cooking pot and a frying pan. And for this reason I start with the coffee, and it is now cooling down before I taste it. And it is time to start with the dish of the day. I cook one dish now, and they do it often in the evening after a march. Sometimes they eat something from the day before, but if they have the chance to cook, then they cook. If there's no way to cook, they eat the food raw. And what I can do here to take these beans and put them back in the bag for the next days. And what is also finished is the charclos. I will show them soon to you, but you see this, if there's nothing coming out on the top anymore, and then just remove this tin from the fire. And this is very hot. It needs to be cooled down just 5 minutes. But if I open this now when it is so hot, then the charclos will immediately burn and I have nothing. It needs to be cooled down before I open this. Let's look what is typical for food of the solitaires and what I have in my bag of the day. And the most typical food they get was hardtack, and I need to get them. This. They recommended if you can give your solitaires fresh bread, give them fresh bread. But often they was not available, and they get this ship's biscuit or hardtack. It is really hard. You can eat it. Oh, you see it break a little bit. But if you eat it, you need to have strong teeth. And they have a lot of idea what they can do with this. And they added to this often the meat. They get it salted pork, often salted pork, sometimes salted fish or something, sometimes also fresh food. And today we have salted pork here. and I will make a stew out of both of them. And for this I need to cut down the pork and destroy this ship's biscuit. The ship's biscuit, or hardtack, how you want to call it, is very fine pounded. Some big parts, but the most part are very, very small now. And this is ready for using. And the other thing is our meat. And these are two parts of pork. Now I cut this. I don't will cut it on this. I will cut it here on this wood, like this sizes. I do all the meat. Now it is cooled down and I can show you the parts here. Oh, you see, this is not complete through, only on the back. And what I can do, I put this away from this hole. Maybe this hole was closed. I just put it back in the fire again, and then I show you the finished product. So, it is time to put the pot on the fire. And I do this with this metal here. Now the pot over the fire and we can cook. There's a little bit of water inside and I start to put in all of this hardtack and the meat with them. Now you can see on the top of the hole there is a little flame, and this is the gas they're going out now. I was thinking it was finished because in the earlier time there come nothing out anymore, but now there is a little flame sometimes and it shows it's not finished yet. Now is the time to dry the coffee, and yes, normally it is a goal to make this in the morning and drink it in the morning. Now is midday and it's a winter day. The sun will go down in the next 3 hours and the stew is on the fire and I have still work to do, but the coffee is finished now, not earlier. This is why I try it now. I just put the powder inside and I make nothing more with them. I just let them stand until there's drinkable warm. It is now the time, and this is a half full cup. And I don't drink the bottom part. There's a powder inside. Yeah, let's try it out. It's a very mild coffee. my first own roasted coffee. I was several times by other people their roasted coffee. The first time I roast my own coffee, and I like it. It's really, really good. Normally I am a tea drinker or water or sometimes beer. And yes, it's good. I now go on the work, and then I make my big meal for the day. Until now I have eaten nothing, and I start to be hungry. And let's look what is also in the daily rations. The hardtack take all of the water out and go be a little bit more soft, but I will add more water to this. It won't really a thick soup on the end. Also the hardtack will be very soft later and great to be eatable. The soup is cooking, and let's go deeper in the ration of the day. And what I found here, sometimes they get something they can add it to the soup. Herbs or vegetables. I have nothing like this today, but today I have in my ration here dried apples. And of course I can do this in the soup too, but the soup needs time that it goes soft and be a good soup for the evening. And for this I eat now the apple rings. This is the start of the day. This is also really good on a march. If I'm in a solitaire now and I know tomorrow is a march and I will get hungry, then maybe I eat it in the morning because there's a lot of sugar inside that give energy very fast. And I have something to eat. The other part that I get today for my daily ration is just 2 ounces of hard cheese. The apples also 2 ounces. I just break it and can eat it a little bit and work on my daily job. Now let's take a new look on my kitchen line cloth, how it looks like. And yes, it is beautiful. This is how it should look. And now we can use it for the next time. I put my flint and steel inside this box and can light the next fire again with this. Now is evening and the time to eat. It's my solitaire feast meal. I have eat only, I think, 2 apple rings and a half of the cheese, means 1 ounce of cheese until now, because it's important to use the sunlight to work. And the sunset is in the next half an hour, and now I have time to try this. And I also drink the beer now. I know back then they don't have the beer in the bottles. More wood or metal canteen where they get them are immediately out the barrel. They're transported in barrels and then give every solitaire his ration. But I have one at home, but it's not ready to use. I need to make it usable. In the other video more about this. And because of this I use the bottle. It's important to have this meal like the 18th century to go in. And I have here the soup, or what it's called, I don't know. And yeah, let's try it out. How it tastes. Okay. I have eaten just hardtack until now. It has its own taste. Yeah, it is not wheat and have a stronger taste. Yeah, it's crazy to eat it like a soup. I'm surprised that the meat don't give them more salt. The hardtack is without the salt. I have meat also. The meat have only a little bit more taste. But also not so much. I'm surprised a little bit. Salty, but it tastes like meat without any herbs and seasoning. And this is what I'm missing here. Yeah, I can eat it to survive, but I don't really be happy with this. I'm happy. It's a cold day. It is like, I think 37 degrees is a little bit over freezing. And 37 degrees, yes, a little bit over freezing. And I'm happy to have something to eat. It's warm. But as daily food, I will hate this after 2 days. But I need to eat it to survive. And I'll be happy for the cheese and the apple rings. They have more flavor. Yeah. If you want to see more about the Germans living in America in the 18th century, doesn't matter as solidaire or as farmer or something else, then keep watching the next video here and we see us in the next video. See you soon.